Hi, I've just updated the Bitwig Controller Script for the Ottopot, and I thought I'd take the occasion to walk you through the installation and show you how to use it in detail. The installation is really simple. You go to the website I made for the Ottopot, go to Software Setup, download the Bitwig Controller Script and put it in the appropriate folder. After that, when you're in Bitwig, you go to the controller settings, and you should see the port for the Ottopot. And as soon as you press the plus button, it will detect the appropriate script that you just installed, and everything should be ready to go. So in the default setup, all the 8 knobs are mapped to the remote parameters for the currently selected device. What that means, these are the remote parameters. It's 8 for every page. It's also the reason why the Ottopot has 8 knobs. And you can toggle them for every device using this small icon here. So in case you don't know about the remote controls, there's some defaults for some devices, but you can always go to Add New Page and custom map whatever you want using the symbols and just clicking the controls that you would want to map to this specific dial. And of course, it's now mapped to the knob on the Ottopot. This is working for Bitwig devices as well as VST devices. You're not using the UI for that. You're just using the Bitwig device that you see in the bottom and press the remote page icon as well. You can also add new pages here. And for mapping them, you need to use these controls in the device, not in the UI of the plugin. In the default mode, the Ottopot always controls the remotes of the device that you've currently selected. So once I go to the polymer, I'm seeing the indicator rings light up for these values. And when I go back to this plugin, I have to switch the page here, I will see them representing these values and controlling them, of course. But you also can change this to be mapped not to the current device selection, but to the remote controls for the whole track that you see on the left side of the device section. To do that, you need to go to the icon for this controller script. I'm trying to figure out if it's possible to change the icon itself that is displayed so you can more easily find it. But right now, it's just the default keyboard icon. In my case, it's the rightmost one. I don't know what it is in your case. So this drop down here controls if you want to pin the remotes to a specific thing. When I go to track selection, I will always control these remotes, not the ones for the device that I select. So this is not the same as you see on the left. And of course, if I go to the plugin, it still stays here. And I will always control, let me scroll this so that you can see, I will always control these. And of course, in this case, you can also add new pages and map anything in that track to the track remotes. And of course, you can do the same thing, not using the track selection, but using the project remotes, which are completely global now. It's the leftmost of the icons. And they are across several tracks. So you can map something from this polymer instance on this track, but you can also go to a different track and map a parameter there. And no matter what you select here, if it's a device, if it's the track, if it's the project, no matter what track, it will always stay on these global project remotes. These are saved in the project, of course, but the pinning is also saved in the project. So if you want to always use the project or track remotes and not the selected device ones, you just have to make a Bitwig template file and use it for your new projects going forward. And then there's one other way that you can map things that is not tied to the remote pages. And it's basically the typical Bitwig way of right-clicking anything, saying map to controller or key, and then wiggling the knob. This will override the default binding to the remotes to a specific control anywhere in the project, no matter what you have selected. And it's also visible in the mapping list where all the mapped controls are listed. This is actually the last change that I did on the controller script because this is now Also a high resolution control. Before it was a regular 7-bit CC that was mapped if you did it that way, and now it's also a 14-bit high-res CC. Okay, I think that's all that I have to say about the script. Thanks for watching.